Hi everyone, it's Tracy here. I wanted to talk to you today about triggers and why I'm harping on about triggers and why I believe that they're so important and such a key to understanding your triggers, how to heal them, to really move forward in life. And for this one, I'm going to give you a personal example. So I was at a gathering recently and there was somebody at that gathering and it was a woman. And when I was around this woman, when I would see this woman, I'd have this weird feeling in my body. And I could feel it as a trigger. I was like, oh, this is interesting. I wonder what's going on here. Didn't think anything of it. This is a woman that is a friend of a friend. This is a woman who my friend, I trust completely to have great friends. So I have no reason to think that this woman, I'm having icky feelings because this woman is untrustworthy in any way. There's nothing there that would ever give me that feeling. You know, I can tell the difference between when I'm being triggered and when my body is saying, this is a no, this is not a safe person, we need to get out. So first of all, you need to discern between those things. I could tell this was a trigger because it's a mild irritation that I'm having. And during the day, I kept noticing this woman and she was like a beacon. And I would see her and I was like, oh God, there she is again. And again, I'd see her and I'd think, gosh, she looks amazing. And something would be triggered inside of me. This was not a supermodel looking woman. It's not like she was something out of a magazine and there was something about her that kept my attention going to her. I kind of always knew where she was, but it was triggering in me. It made me feel uncomfortable. Towards the end of the day, I was sitting and speaking with people that she knew well. So she actually came over and sat with us and was speaking a bit more. Now, that was even more triggering for me. And I'm like, oh my God, what is it about this woman? And what I could have done was I could have really told myself that I don't like that woman, that it was about her, that she's not my type of woman. I could have told myself one of 100 stories to be able to push this away and just go, I really don't like her. You know, I could have made a story. Oh, she's a show off. I didn't like, look, who does she think she is? I could have done all of those story things that were going on. But what I did instead was I had a lovely time. It didn't ruin my day at all. It was a beautiful day. But what it allowed me to do was I then actually forgot about it. And then a few days later, a photo showed up on socials with my friend in a photo. And I was like, that's right. That was a trigger for me on that day. And so when I had the time, I didn't do it in a massive, group of people. I don't need to do those things. I was having a social day. So once I had the time at home and I remembered that had happened, I actually stopped and I sat and I went, what is it about this woman that triggered me? What is it about her that really got under my skin? What on earth did she do? And when I sat with it, I realized it was that she took up space. She was standing there and she took up space we weren't in a room, we're outside, but she took up space. She walks into a room or she comes into a place and she holds her space and her energy. Now, why could that possibly be triggering to me? That is triggering to me because that is something that has dissipated in me over the past few decades. That is something that I used to do. When I was younger, I used to easily walk in and take up space. And it did not bother me. I did not think it was a problem. I was simply being myself, as this woman was being herself. She was being herself. She was a loud woman because that is how she is. She's vivacious. She had life force running through her and she did not apologize for who she was. I'm sure she had stuff going on. She's human. She's got her own things going on. She's got her own triggers. This wasn't one of them. And so what happened to me, and it's happened to me, I could tell you 6 stories over my lifetime that I know of, and then there's all the ones that I don't know of how just me being me, going into group situations, the amount of women who hated me, and we'd never had a conversation, we had never had an interaction at all. They just hated who I was because of how I held myself in a room, because I was there and I was able just to be me. And that's something I did really easily when I was younger. But over the years, coming into my 20s and 30s, what happened was somebody else who was there, who I was actually friends with, who I actually connected well with, would tell me, oh, they really hate you. And that happened so many times over my life that I'd started to dim my light. I'd started to show up in rooms not holding my space. I made myself small. I reduced my capacity to be in a space, and I tried more to blend in instead of just being myself. What happened was, once this beautiful woman at the gathering that I was at triggered this within me, I go, oh my God, thank you. And then the memories come up for me. The memories come up of all of the times in my life where that has been a choice that I've made to dim my light. And so I go to each part of me and I find those parts of me that are separate from me, that have made me smaller when I walk into a space because of the hate that's come towards me for just being myself. And I do my healing there. And when I do my healing there, I take a good week to do it. So I do it once and I do the integration process over a week, and I really keep checking in with those parts of myself to bring up all of those memories. They don't usually all come at once. They come over days, over weeks, and I keep that integration work happening. And what happens then is that I can see the woman who triggered me at the gathering, and I can actually just converse with her, and I can celebrate with her all that she is. And she is someone that I would actively look to be friends with now. What else happens? This is why it's so important that you heal your triggers. When you heal your triggers, you are rewarded. Once I started doing that healing work and the integration work on myself, everything that was popping up into my field is now around how to bring your full self forward, how to step into the light, how to step into your power, and how to utilize that. So not only did this moment at this gathering bring myself an invitation to heal, the reason the invitation to heal was being brought to me, the reason I went to that gathering at that time and had that woman come in, because here's the next stage in my evolution and healing. Here's something that I was really looking for and how to do, and I didn't realize that I had all these triggers and things, wounds that I needed to heal in order to step up and be able to do that. So when you heal your triggers, when you understand your triggers, what is waiting for you on the other side of that is quite extraordinary. And that's something that I want to be able to give to you. It's not something that I just want to experience for myself. This is why I love the work. And this is what happens with clients time and time again. They come to me because they want to heal this one trigger. And then what happens is we start healing this trigger here and their whole life changes. And it sets them on the trajectory towards their innermost, deepest heart's desire for their life and their goals. And this is available to you as well. And there are many tools that I use to help to get you into this place and really see where it is that you would like to be from your deepest, deepest heart's desire. And that's why I've put together these 6 sessions for you in the healing your triggers and being more present in your life. Because when I was able to heal my triggers, I became more present and I attracted these extraordinary things into my field to take me to the next level, to get me to where I really want to be as an authentic human in my life. And if this sounds like something that you would love to do, then I would love to show you the way. I have all the tools. I will give them all to you so that you can find your way through, and you will have these tools for life, so that you will know that when you go somewhere, whether it's at work, whether it's your children, whether it's your partner, whether it's your family, whether it's a stranger that you meet at a gathering, that these uncomfortable feelings are coming to you for you to heal and to grow. And I'm going to give you the tools to be able to do that. And what happens then is, in your growth, it just goes exponential. It goes up in such a fast rate when you have these tools to be able to get through that. So if that sounds like something that you'd love to do, shoot me a DM, or you can book with me via the website. You can also book a complimentary 30-minute discovery call, and we can talk about ways that we can work together.